Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and today I just wanted to briefly go over the Molten Memory Gems of War event, in which the Lava Troll is added to the game. Obviously, this is a little bit late, mainly because I was sick. I'm luckily finally better enough now that they should be back to normal schedule now, so tomorrow's event video will be up at the normal time on sometime on Monday. But still wanted to get this out, at least to go over the troops real quick, the weapon, and all that good stuff, so let's get into that real briefly. So, Lava Troll, of course. This thing is actually not that bad. It creates a doubling of a mix of red and brown, which are both really good colors. A little bit of a weird base color for it. However, things like Year Old Fire Mantle can feed into it with its yellow that creates, into red that it would be able to extra turn off of. It does have stone skin, so similar to that of Rock Troll, is going to be a pretty decent version of one of the trolls, simply because you can use it as a frontline tank if you still want to, as well as even use it with the other troops since they do synergize due to having no mana conflict while doubling a similar color. And obviously it is a giant, so it's going to be pretty good with Titan and anything that gets used with that. Kind of weird how Titan is. There's not really good high rarity giants to go with it, but all the trolls have made giants, Titan, have a lot of different utility that it can be used with as far as the mana accumulation while using one of the best hero classes in the game. So overall, pretty good troop, and it will be used as a utility for mana generation through various teams. Of course, this is the first event of version 4.4, at least a full week of a 4.4. And the main thing that this means is we no longer have the little green event gem thingy. So we no longer have to deal with that. Instead, we'll have two different things in its place. One is the adventure board, which you guys have probably seen. This also ends up replacing out daily tasks, but you can end up getting 20 gems per day among other resources. And overall, it's much quicker than the previous format. This is a much better change, I would feel like, compared to the daily tasks. However, the one that they did in the place of event objectives, we haven't really gotten to see yet, mainly because they haven't really fully implemented it. It's going to be some kind of flash offer calendar. However, where you'll be able to get some of it with either gems or even just by playing the game. However, in the current state of the game, that doesn't seem to currently exist. So it looks like they kind of just got rid of it without a replacement yet. I'll probably change in the next few weeks or so, but as it currently stands, no direct replacement for the event objectives other than just the adventure board, which is more so to replace out daily tasks and specifically that. Anyways, let's go. And other stuff, we have 10% to all elementals, 10% to all giants, which is pretty good because a lot of giants are both giant and elemental. It also ends up working pretty well with the Titan hero class. And other than that, if we end up using a new troll in PvP this week, we do get double the amount of trait stones. As far as other things related to this event, Infernus is in the event key drop table. If you haven't picked one up, it might be worth considering to try to get it. Obviously, the chance of specifically getting a mythic is very, very, very low. However, it is the only mythic within that kingdom. So if you do end up getting a mythic, it will be Infernus. So definitely something to possibly consider if you have a surplus of event keys and still somehow do not have Infernus. Other than that, we have ourselves the Courses Invasions. Invasions this week, not really much to go over since we kind of already got through all of it. Pretty standard invasion. You just throw the invasion troop up front, you just get it traded and just auto wins. That tends to be how invasion works. Very rarely do you have to really build anything too specific around it. It just kind of automatically wins on its own. That was pretty straightforward this week. However, it did come in with a really, really good weapon. I'll be showing some teams for in a moment. And that was this weapon right over here. It is Sheggra's Spine. We already had Sheggra's Hearts. Now we have a Spine. This is a really good weapon in that it synergizes with Giants, which obviously, given Titan hero class, is very, very good. So creating a mix of blue and brown, and it's just similar to all the other ones that boost based on this thing. Obviously going to be really good in a 3x or 4x Giant team, and the fact that you can utilize it with Titan is going to make it very powerful. Other than that, and of course you have half mana star on that. Other than that, don't really need to go over the event stuff since all that has already passed, but don't forget to go finish up the class event if you haven't already. Other than that, as far as Soulforge, there is no troops worth crafting this week. However, there are some weapons worth crafting, most noteworthy being the Flammifer. Flammifer, of course, is used very, very often with something like Yagway Queen Titania combo. I'll be showing that team as well, but of course the full combo is Flammifer with the Yagway, Tapon, and then Queen Titania mix, and it's one of the best teams in the entire game. So definitely highly, 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 highly advised to go get this. One other thing, even though it is a little bit more towards the pricey side, you might want to go get this Doom weapon. It's going to be like 7 months before you can go get it again due to how these weapons rotate. And it's an okay weapon. Not really anything too over the top. However, all the doomed weapons that ends up creating, doing an AoE into Doom Skull creation do tend to be at least somewhat decent. So it's definitely worth considering getting that weapon. But if you could only craft one, Flammifer is definitely the way to go. If you happen not to get it by the end of this week, you can use Urskea Crown. In some instances, even Mountain Crusher instead. However, it is better to have Flammifer. If you can get Flammifer, so go get Flammifer if you can. And obviously, Sheggra Spine you can just get for free, or by spending gems on the event, so you don't necessarily have to go out of your way to craft it. Just get it by doing the event itself. Other than that, let's go and actually go use some of these, which is the main reason I even want to do this video in the first place, is just to show a few teams with some of this stuff. So I guess right off the bat, we'll go with, actually I'll save that one for last, because I believe I'm using incorrect perks, so I do want to go use these first. So, right here, going to be using the Spine mostly, in a pretty standard Giant team. Biggest issues that high-level Giant teams really have at the moment, they have so many good things going for them. They have all the Trolls, they have Titan, but the main thing they're missing is there's almost no good high-rarity Giants in the game. That'll obviously change over time. As it currently stands, there is not really that much to select from, especially as far as mythics are concerned. If I'm not mistaken, there is literally 0 viable mythic giants, so in the future that'll probably change up. At the moment, we're basically just using this with a relatively standard team, Euro Fire Giant, Spine replacing out whatever you would normally use there, like Dawnbringer, Black Manacles, and the Hindla all the way in last slot. And this basically just allows us to infinitely loop, constantly getting damage down. We have a lot of different ways to get extra turns. Every single extra turn we do ends up giving us an extra 2 HP and 2 magic to our entire team. So we're pretty much just going to keep stacking up damage over and over again, one-shotting pretty much everything with the extra damage we keep accumulating, and basically just going from there. So we can just do it based on whichever ones look like it will gain the highest chance of gaining extra turn. It definitely looks like it's still Ural. Surely that's going to happen. It's just going to lean towards one of them. You're just going to have to keep spamming that one. Oh, unless it dies, in which case I guess you can't keep spamming it. And one nice thing is, even if that does end up dying, Hindla can go replace out our first slot and go put something else there to go and maintain the boost ratio for this weapon, which does, of course, auto boost ratio now, as of this most recent patch. For now, let's go and kill it out, and there we go. Yeah, it's an okay team, not really anything too over the top, but it ends up working. And it's only going to get stronger as we get more better giants added to the game. Next up, we have ourselves one a little bit more focused specifically on the weapon itself, in spamming mana between that and Euro Fire Mantle. Somewhat similar to before, except where it's more focused on just constantly infinitely looping, which both could theoretically do. But right here, we'll go for just the purple, get the Dark Troll there, get our double on brown, and that should get us rolling. Start getting us the Ural started up, if we can actually get it here. Did he just drain 3 mana? Yes, he did. That's going to be annoying. I better not Death Mark kill us. Not currently using the immunity as so we can get more bonuses onto all of the giants. Between the extra explode, between the extra life to giants, between the elemental bonus, the main one getting rid of our immunity that we would have had otherwise. A lot of the better giants are both giant and elemental, so you can end up feeding them magic by extra turn spamming, which is pretty nice. Also why we're able to stack so much magic between Hindla and everything. We're actually gaining 3 magic every extra turn, not 2. Or our hero was gaining 2 because it's only giant, but the giant elementals were gaining 3, 2 off of Hindla, 1 off the hero. Anyways, let's go double this. Should be able to get that off the troll. It looks like it actually misses. That's not good. We'll go for that for now. See what we can do from there. I guess we'll finally need to go get this weapon down, start poking him with it. He's using that really annoying weapon, so he might actually end up living out a little bit. He's using it with summon too, so this could be a little bad. Let's see. We'll go and just kill that out, get a guaranteed kill there for now. You know, he's probably going to keep getting summons every single time he gets hit. He has the 50% chance to do that off his final trait. So hopefully we'll end up getting lucky, and he barely does that at all. Let's start killing out some of his other objectives so we don't have to deal with anything other than giant spiders. So we are going to want to go and deal with that Gargantor. Wow, a team where Gargantor actually isn't 100% horrible. Gotta be careful with that. That's actually probably enough to one-shot us. So I'm actually going to start focusing onto him rather than killing out all the way over there, as it is pretty important that we get that kill. So we'll go double this. Should be extra turn pretty easily, get our mana right back. And as you can see, it loops really, really easily once it gets going. Need to get that initial bit going, and once it does, good to go for the most part. Okay, so we'll keep doubling that. Back going again. Go kill out his last slot just so we don't have to deal with that. Look like he gets a summon off it, of course. So much summon on that team. We'll go and double this for now. Make sure we get the extra turn again. Kill this out just so we don't have to deal with it, and then start focusing on 2, and then we can start focusing on the main objective again of actually killing out this hero. Combo has been used so much recently, but yeah, it's probably the only thing Orb Weaver's really used for. Orb Weaver's second slot with Stealthy and constantly getting those summons with this weapon of Life and Death. Really annoying combo because it's Stealthy and Bless and constantly gaining HP while constantly gaining summons that you'll have to be forced to target because of its Stealthy. It's really annoying to say the least, especially if you don't have a really high damage output troop, which obviously on this team we don't necessarily have because we're focused on damage loop rather than doing a lot of damage all at once. We can loop a lot of damage, however we can't do just one single hit that does a lot of damage. Right here we'll go for Yarl just because so much more red on the board. And again, we'll just keep that until he dies. Looks like he's actually gonna die now. Good. Don't you dare do Giant Spider. Oh, he's stunned. I wonder why. We were able to get a skull hit on him. That obviously does not have immune if he doesn't have Bless on him. And there we go. And I believe there was one other thing I wanted to show, wasn't there? Oh yes, there was just the standard Yagway thing. Ideally, I don't want to do that against Freeze. Never mind, he doesn't have Freeze on that team. Yes, he does. Daughter of Ice. No, never mind, you don't have Freeze. You'd kind of think that would have Freeze on it. Never mind, it actually doesn't. I thought it did off of its ability, at least one Freeze. That would definitely make it a lot more annoying, that's for sure. Anyways, this is a team you guys have probably seen a lot of. Got to go change the perks. I guess we'll go retreat from it real quick, which I guess won't matter too much. Really, almost doesn't even matter what your hero is there. As long as it has half mana start, you go. Whatever works best is what's going to be fine. Because this entire team doesn't really use the hero so much. It uses the weapon, not so much what your hero is actually set as. It's just to help you not die for the most part. Why you normally use Titan Look Barrier. Also, I just take that for not an extra turn fail. Anyways, we'll just go use Yagway there. Go use Queen of Tanya and just kind of keep going from there. And let's see, we'll take our blue for now. Actually, take the extra turn this time. Go for this little poke. Mostly just to put more reds back on the board when you don't have any alignment off of anything else. That's the main purpose of having Flammifer or Sheggra Crown for the most part. Is just to replenish the board when it's not in your favor. And we'll just do that, and that should pretty much be kill. Or it would have been if it wasn't for the fact he got double summon. They nerfed this thing down to 35% from its previous 50%, and it's still barely noticeable. Okay, we'll go and is that worth tape haunting? Probably not. Let's go for Yagway and just kill it off of that. He's fairy fired. There should be enough damage. Of course, we have auto boost ratio, so that's kind of nice. We already know it's hitting. And with that fairy fire, it's definitely going to be enough. And there we go. Anyways, that's everything that you can do with these stuff that came out this event week. Starting next week and starting into the future, everything should be back to normal schedule now. So yay, so we'll still be doing our streams every single night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll still be doing the Friday and Saturday morning streams, and the event video will actually be on Monday today, or tomorrow, I should say. Anyways, guys, I will catch all of you later. Thank you so much for watching. If you still have any other questions, feel free to leave in the comment section below, and I will catch all of you later. Goodbye, everyone!